Does your mom know you're gay? People take it differently. I never knew, like, there were so many people on this earth that felt unwanted and they didn't belong here. Recently, my friend died. She committed suicide, mainly because she felt like she wasn't wanted, or like, yeah, basically that she wasn't wanted and she don't belong here. About 2-3 weeks ago, me and her was outside and we were talking, and she asked me, did my mom know I was gay? And I told her, yeah, she knows. I saw her a couple years ago. And she's like, well, how did she take it? And I said, well, my mom was high when I told her. And she was in her comfort spot. So, I mean, she really didn't say anything of it. She was like, well, you know. And, you know, when people ask my mom, all she could say is, well, that's my child. She is who she is. I'm not going to just own my child because of what she is. So, and that's very rare because my mom is Jamaican. So, you know, a bunch of Jamaicans don't accept that at all. But anyway, so I asked my friend, I'm like, well, does your mom know you're gay? She's like, oh, no. And I would never tell her that's not going to happen, you know, this and the third. And I'm like, well, why don't you tell her? And she's like, well, it seems like to me the only person on this earth that loves me is my mom. Nobody else cares about me on this earth, you know. Nobody's going to be there for me on this earth but my mother. And if I tell my mom that I'm gay, she's going to disown me. I'm like, well, if your mom really loves you, then that's not going to happen. She ended up telling her mom. And I'm guessing her mom didn't take it well. From what I seen, that her mother actually told me that she did overreact about it, and that she had thoughts on her that it was true, but she wasn't really in a good mood that day, and she really, you know, really took it the wrong way, and she started yelling and screaming and everything. But yeah, I haven't spoken to her since like 2-3 weeks ago. She ended up calling me, and I told her I was gonna call her back, and really didn't end up calling her back. Her the night when she told her mom was, you know, yelling and stuff, and she went into the room, and her mom was like that she walked into the kitchen, and then she walked back, she got something, and then walked back into the room, and that her mom, it was about 12 in the morning that her mom went to sleep, and she woke up in the morning, and she seen that she's usually in the living room by the time she wakes up and watches TV, so she went to the living room, she went to her room to see what happened, and like why she's not in the living room, and she went up to the bed, and she seen her daughter with the covers over her face, and she shook her, and she was like, what's wrong? Like, I'm sorry for, you know, overreacting like that last night. Like, you know, just trying to, you know, comfort her. And she was like, she was shaking her, she wouldn't get out. Like, she was not budging at all. And like, yeah, so she was like shaking her, and she was not budging, and she was like, whoa. So she felt her neck, and you know, you're supposed to check under somebody's nose to see if they're breathing, and you know, you're supposed to check a lot of things. So she was like, she was doing that, and then she started screaming, and she called the cops, and they predicted her death about 1:45, something like that. They said they predicted her death. And basically she took what's it, Ibifrin? I think I said that wrong, but it's basically painkillers, and she took some medication like depression medication and allergy medication, and that caused her heart to stop because she took so much of them. You know, she took like about 6 or 7 of each of them, so you know, she ended up dying. But I mean, like, of course it's hurting me inside because I didn't even get to, you know, talk to her. I think that I should never told it to her mom. I have this other friend. Her name is Beautiful, and recently she got beat up terribly. She really got, like, she was jumped by about 4 boys. Yeah, and she got beaten up with a bat and everything. And basically she's transgender. Oh, well, she's not transgender yet, but she really wants to, you know, become a girl. So I call her she because she's a she to me. In my heart, I know she's a she. But anyway, so I see her in the Ville sometimes. Some people may know her, some people may see her because she's one of the fiercest ones in the village. And you know, I walk past her. You know, we talk on AIM. You know, she's real close to me. Not real close, but you know, she's close. You know, we talk about simple things. But one day she was coming out of work and she's like, I want to go to the Ville. You come to the Ville? She's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming to the Ville. You know, whatever. So we end up. She was like, she's getting dressed. So she finished getting dressed. She got out the shower. She said she needed eyeliner and pink lipstick. I'm like, well, I don't have pink lipstick, but I have eyeliner. And she's like, oh, bring it. So I'm like, all right, I'll bring it. Then she wrote me back. She's like, all right, forget it, don't bring it. I'll use my mom. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So this time her mom's room, she took the lipstick and her eyeliner. So her mom ended up coming in, and her mom, you know, she can't, you know, run back and go put it back. And her mom's like, yo, what the hell are you doing picking up that shit, you know, whatever. So she ended up putting it back into her closet and locking the door. So then, yeah, her mom didn't know it was missing, so she was like, whatever, and she ended up forgetting to put it back. A couple days later, she took the ball from her brother and she put it into the closet. And her brother was trying to get the ball, and her brother ended up falling against all because she has like a closet. Then, you know, there's a closet, but it's not like really closet, it's like plastic, and you zip it up and down. Yeah, it's like that, whatever. So that, and she had a lock on it. All the stuff contained her clothes, like her female clothes, and you know, her drag clothes or whatever. And her brother ended up falling against it and gripping it. Her brother opened it, pulled it open, you know. I was like, yo, you know, what the fuck? Then he went to the mom's room and told his mom to come and see what he had. And his mom threw a tantrum and took all the clothes and started turning around like, oh, what the fuck is this? You're gay, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, yeah, mom. So they wasn't talking for like about 2-3 weeks. And so his mom ended up telling a bunch of her friends about him, you know, people that she thinks her friends. And her friends told their sons, you know, stay away from him, he's gay, you know, this and that and the third. So he was like, he must have told a bunch of his friends, oh, there's a queer on my block, you know, we gotta kill him, this and that and the third. So he walked up to him. One day he was leaving his house, going to work, and they end up, the guy calls him, was like, hey, yo, queer, come here. You know exactly what that means, that they want to, you know, hurt you. So he started walking real fast, and as soon as he hit the corner, somebody hit him with something. He didn't know what it was, and somebody had hit him or whatever. And then so then he was like, he blacked out, like he didn't know what was going on. But he ended up knowing, like a couple days later he woke up and he was in the hospital. And he woke up in the hospital and like he was beaten real bad. Like he was terrible, like his face was all messed up or whatever. So now he has to get surgery, like plastic surgery, to remake his face back up because of how bad they beat him. And he said I think he's blind in one eye now. He said he can't see in one eye, or like he will regain the sight in his eye after a while, and he could barely talk and whatever. But he's doing better now, and I respect him for his strength to go through it. You know, he's not really in the village no more. He said he'll start going back after his face, you know, get back. He has like a bunch of stitches and you know whatever. But yeah, I respect him for being so strong about it, and you know, basically he's still gonna be doing what he wants to do. Like, that's not gonna stop him.